Hello, hello. Welcome back. We're here again with another video. If you can't tell from the bright green envelopes, my wife and we bought a bunch of stuff from Mercari Japan and Buyee. And actually, I think there's some stuff here that we bought from not Mercari, but it was from Buyee. We used their proxy service to order from some other retailers. This is going to be quite a decent haul, I believe. Certainly, I have enough to fill up my little box of cards. I guess a little preview for next time. I at least have that to show you. But yeah, we've got a whole mix of things. My usual people, DVDs, CDs, extra merch stuff. I think it should be quite a diverse collection of stuff. So, as is my habit, I'm just gonna go through this kind of starting with the smaller stuff, then some bigger, and we're gonna end with these because there's actually two envelopes here, but they're kind of the same thing. You'll see. It'll make more sense when we get to it. But I wanted to save that for the end just because I guess they're the biggest items. So let me get some of this stuff out of the way, and we'll just go through this one by one. Oh man, just making everything's just falling apart. This was an unwieldy stack of things to go through. So I guess there's your preview of some of the other things we got coming. All right, to start, we'll start with the card you saw on top. This is a Momo card. One of her Eyes Wide Open cards. One of my goals for this particular haul was that I was really wanting to, especially for Momo, finish or make really good progress on some collections. So I feel like I've been neglecting her at various points, and I wanted to kind of, to fix that. There's some gaps in my binders, and I wanted to alleviate that to a little bit. And oh yeah, I always forget when I'm doing these. I want us to start zoomed in. Come on, can we get some focus? There we go. Start zoom in, and then we'll slowly zoom out as we get more stuff. But yeah, continuing on the trend, a long sought after card. And again, making good progress on my Momo collections. This is one of her What is Love cards. Oh, there's my little thank you note. As always, I will put this in a baggie to translate later, and on later will never come because I'm so, I don't know, lazy. I just never get around to it. But yeah, this is a card I've sought after for a long time. Very in demand. Even once tried to host a go myself to get a hold of it. It is Momo's What is Love card in her yellow dress. The La La Land dress. That's something even from the earliest moments of this collection I was wanting to get a hold of. So this is like a year later, almost exactly, because it was about this time last year that my wife and I started buying from Mercari. A year later, I finally have the yellow dress Momo. Now we got another thank you note, and no idea what is in here. And, ooh, it is, I actually kind of forgot I had any Luna in here. We have a couple Kim Lip cards. I wish it was only one, because I didn't need the other. And the market for Luna cards has understandably kind of cratered. But I already have this. This is her hula hoop card, her solo card. I actually just got this recently. So had whatever. You know, you can't know what deals you're going to get when you make a purchase. But I bought this one originally on Instagram. Now I've got a duplicate I got to sell. But what I really wanted was this card. This is her final Luminous card, at least for me. This is the normal version. The version that, surprisingly, it took me a long time to get my hands on. Not really sure what the deal was. You'd think with it being the normal version, it would be pretty easy. But for whatever reason, it just wasn't. It was just very tough. Japanese cards, very flimsy. I know I mentioned this when I got my hula hoop album, but I'm always surprised by how like flimsy these are. Kind of hard to show on camera, but take my word for it. If you've never had a Luna Japanese card, they are very thin. All right, next one. Who knows? Who knows what this is? Survey says, ooh, we have a Sulgi. Another final card, because this is her SMC Palace. This will be the portrait book version. So I have her member ID version, the Rev Velvet version, and I even got her Palace version. And now I have her portrait book. And that means that for this album, I'm actually done with Sulgi. Can't wait to put those away and hopefully make more progress on the SMCU Express album from like a year and a half ago. That one might be a little tough. And then we have more Twice cards, and of course it's Momo. I tried my best with Momo, to varying degrees of success this time, to get sets. And this was definitely one where I did succeed. I got exactly what I wanted. So we have 3 cards in here. So we have, this card with the black border and her name. All the backs are the same, so. And then we have these 2 cards, which are kind of similar. I liked that they kind of went, and I think they also go with other cards I have, like the same outfits. So we've got the white, I don't know, the bottom, it's like not quite a Polaroid, but you know, I think it's kind of aiming for that aesthetic. And then we've got the red one, very pretty. So yeah, as I think I said, this is going to be a very, very Momo heavy one. She's the one I think I need the most cards for. And she's also like probably the easiest to get cards for in Japan because Twice is so popular. And they just keep on coming. So we have this Momo from More is More. Yeah. So another More is More card. This is going to fill out my page for that album. And let's see. Next, oh, we finally, after like all of these cards, we finally have one for my wife. She got a key card, and let's see, does it say this is a killer card? You will have to excuse me because I am, as always, not the expert on shiny cards, and my wife did not leave me any like a cheat sheet, as she sometimes does, to let me know what card is what. But this is one of the killer cards. I'll probably put on screen which version this goes to, but we do enjoy when Key takes photos on Amazing Saturday, which is what this is. I think she has a couple merch cards where he's on set for that show. Very entertaining show. If you've never watched AMSAT, you've probably seen clips if you follow artists like Key or Taeyeon, or even people who have been guests. It's just always a good time, especially snack time when they tend to dance and sing and have fun. All right, now let's see. We've got more. Can't tell. Oh, well, there's the answer. We got some more Momo, but more recent Momo, and not an album card. I got a set of both of her. I want to say this is with Mew, or with Mew, however you say that. I think it's supposed to be with Mew because it's like with music. Does it say on the back? Sometimes they do. But these are her 2 holo pre-order benefits from With Mew. So that is the Digipack one. That's a lot of, if you looked into like the Twice pre-order benefits, a lot of them were split between the different version types. So if you bought the photo book, you would get 1 card, which is what this one is. And then if you bought the Digipack, you would get this one, and they kind of went with the concept. So like the photo books would only have concepts from the photo books, and the digipacks were all like moonrise, sunrise outfits. So that's kind of how you can tell which is which. As you know, I don't go hard on pre-order benefits, but I am a fan of holo, and the with Mew cards are usually pretty good. I don't know if I'm going to get any other pre-order benefits at this time, but I did sort of learn from, what was it called? The Between 1 and 2, that a lot of this stuff will show up on aftermarket for pretty decent prices. So I'm just not even prioritizing. Like, I didn't join any goes when they were announced originally, and I'm just not prioritizing it until, you know, later in the year when stuff becomes much easier to come by. All right, we got another Twice card. We've got a light stick card. You guys know I love light stick cards. And this specifically, if my memory's correct, I'm actually surprised there's like a barcode on it. My memory's correct. This was specifically the card you got if you were a Japanese fan club member. Because there are other light stick cards for all of the girls, but they're like what just came with the light stick. I think if you bought from basically anywhere else, at the very least from JYP shop. But oh my, it's like so much packaging. Jeez. I guess this is probably what it originally came in. So I'm still, oh, I guess the barcode's on the back. It's not actually on the card. It's on this packaging, so that's good. But yeah, if you were once in Japan and you ordered the light stick through, I'm assuming like the fan website, you would get this card. And these were going for a lot early on, and the prices have really come down. I knew when I was seeing like $40 for a card in goes that was not going to last. These things become, you know, not as cheap as album cards, but pretty, it's Twice. They become pretty inexpensive very quickly. All right, next one. Looks like we have a shiny card. And I know this is for an album my wife has been working hard on. She's still not done, but I think she's getting closer. This is from their most recent Japanese album, Superstar, which, despite being a Japanese album, has been very hard to come by. I guess people are just holding on to the cards because there just aren't that many on the market. I think that's what she said, that there just aren't that many, and then what are there are super expensive, or they go very quickly. I think she was telling me that now that it's been like a couple years, like it's just getting better. The supply is still not great, but it's getting better. And then it looks like we have another shiny card for her. Another, I believe, Japanese. Yeah, Japanese, what does it say? Japanese debut single, replay. I swear, sometimes I do not understand the way people package these things. Ooh, and very cool holo sleeve. It's like the star holos. I don't know if you guys can see that, but rest assured, it is in a holographic sleeve. So yeah, so there's Key in some very loud pants. It is, for once it's not horizontal, but the back sure is. So there we go, another Key Japanese card. I think that's one of her main focuses right now, just because she's done pretty well on the Korean album cards. I mean, you guys saw her her collection not that long ago when we did the binder walkthroughs. I think she's doing pretty well. All right, what else do we have over here? Still quite a few cards. So we've got another Momo, another Eyes Wide Open. So this will go with kind of my matching set and all of the group cards I've been getting, since they're all kind of this retro concept. Why don't I'll just throw this here and we'll like zoom out just a little bit. I always do it the reverse of what I mean to. Because it's getting a little crowded. All right, and then I see this is another shiny card. But it may not be... Okay, it is Key. There are some non-Key cards in here, so I wasn't sure, since I could only see the back. But this is his 1 and 1 card, which she also tells me are pretty hard to get because it was a repackage, so not many people bought it. And I think people just tend to like it. And I don't remember if there's 1 or 2 cards. I don't know. I'll ask her later. It's so hard sometimes when it's not your collection. Like I'm, you know, somewhat of an expert on what I need by and large and what things are in my collection. But when it comes to her stuff, I just don't know. Even though she talks to me about it, I don't have the information retention. So what is this? Is this another shiny card? Oh, it is. And I know exactly what this is. It's a Japanese card. For the single, the album, I don't know. I don't know how Japanese albums work. But at the very least, it's the single for Kimi no Seidei, which all have this very like washed out, colorful look. Very cool. Kimi no Seidei. Very cool card. And I know she's been wanting that for a long time. I think it is also kind of hard to lay your hands on. I believe another big shiny collector had a tough time getting... She does all the members, and I think she even had a hard time getting all of the Kimi no Seidei cards. Okay, so now we've got Nightmare Before Christmas. Let's see. Ta-da! Oh, it's for me. It's another pre-order benefit. This is one of Solgi's Mumo cards from 28 Reasons. There were 3 Mumo cards total. I already have 1. And so this makes 2. And I probably... People are going to hate me. I'm going to take it out. I know there are people who like leave them in their little sleeves, but I'm not one of them. I thought about getting all 3 just because obviously Solgi is my main bias across all my girls, but I don't really like the last one. That's just my personal taste. So I think this will wrap up the Mumo cards for 28 Reasons, but it's very cute as usual. And then we have another shiny card, but as you can see, it's Minho, not Key, it's Minho. And I think this means that, oh, and it's just loose, at least it's in a top loader. I think this is because my wife is getting a full group set for Odd, which I know is, I think everybody loves Odd. It's one of her favorite albums. And so I believe she has Junghyun. I know she has Key. I think she has the hard members. She has Taemin and Jung. And so now I think she's just getting the ones that she is missing, and then she'll have a full set. All right, we're near the end of the photo cards. Let's see. So now we have another Solgi card, and oh my gosh. I'm just butterfingers today. We have another pre-order benefit and another holo card. This is, as you can tell, one of the Got the Beat stamp on it. Pre-order benefits. This is her Aladdin card. And the Aladdin card is holo because holo is cool. Just layers upon layers of packaging. Okay, 5 layers later, we have her holo card. Look at how that sparkles. Very cool. There are 4 pre-order benefits, I believe. So there's Aladdin, Yes24, SM Store, like SM Town In Store, and then Hot Tracks, which was an in-person card, I believe. Except for the Hot Tracks, everything else is pretty hard to get because they're so expensive, so I might only end up with this, even though I do like some of the others. But hard to resist holo. And the prices for this one, for whatever reason, have come down, so that was nice. Nice to see in this... It's a little bear over here. Let's throw her over there. Nice to see in this, I don't know, haul. This shopping trip. Okay, and then we have Red Velvet, but a non-Solgi card. We are starting our... I don't know why I used the third person. I'm starting my Wendy Like Water collection, it is been announced that she is going to release a comeback. And I'd kind of been kicking around the idea of collecting both her and Joy solo cards. I mean, I already have 2 of Joy's from the 2 albums I bought, and I always really like Wendy. I always say she's like my second bias in the group. So I'd already been thinking about doing this, and I figured with that album coming up probably sometime this summer, it's hard to know when, but I would grab a few of her cards, and there's only 6 total, so shouldn't be too bad. Hopefully there's not like 12 for the next album like Solgi had. That was too many. Even though it wasn't like the worst thing to collect, because I bought so many and I was able to trade, it still was not like, it was stressful. As somebody who does not collect a lot of people, it's stressful when one of those people ends up just having a lot of stuff. Very carefully cut this. I have no idea what's in here. Okay, that's one for me. So if I ruin it, it's my own fault. I would just hate to damage something for my wife. We have a Yeri card. This is, I believe, the last Velvet card that I need. You may know, if you've watched some of my other videos, that I occasionally collect full group sets for Red Velvet. I'm not a full group collector, but for some albums, at this point, older albums, I have grabbed a few full group sets. We have Ice Cream Cake, Russian Roulette, one of the Red Summers, and I ended up with just like a lot of cards from the Velvet, and I believe Yeri is all I have left. So Yeri, kind of the Red Velvet queen of non-selfies. Very interesting card. Yeah, she was all I had left. So now I'll be able to complete that page next time I do a binder storing. All right. I will say this is not the end of photo cards, but this is the end of like photo card sized things. So I also got, in addition to this Wendy card, I found a set of a few different Wendy items from her album. I have the case version of her album, so I'm gonna assume that what I have here is from the photo book version, just because I feel like I would have had some of this stuff if it were in the case version. And also, I don't think this would fit in the case version. So there should be, I think, 5 things in here. Let's see. In addition to this little envelope. Yay. Oh, there might be 6 things. So we have 1 postcard. Very pretty. And we have a 2nd postcard. I can't remember if there's a 3rd, but I guess I'll figure it out on my templates later. We have a bookmark. I think there's a 2nd bookmark. So I might get that too. I like a bookmark, and these are so pretty. Like, just look at that. And then we have the clear card, which I might not have gotten. I mean, this is, of the 2 clear cards, this is my preferred one, so I'm not mad at it. But I'm also not like the hugest fan of clear cards. They can be a little weird in a binder, so I might not have gotten it, but I'm not mad about having it. And then we have a photo card. So, very pretty. And this puts me at my like halfway point with Wendy and her album, so that's pretty good. Very happy about that. And I guess I'll hold on to this envelope. I don't know what I'll do. Probably put in my binder of miscellaneous stuff. No reason to get rid of it. Now we've got some bigger things. So for starters, we have What's This? It's a Ready to Be album. It is the Momo version. I pretty sure I mentioned this in one of my videos, that when I went to buy my albums, oh, it's still got some plastic on it too, interesting. When I went to go get my albums, they did not have Momo. They had Sana, very pretty. her outfit's just beautiful. So I figured, hey, she's my second bias. I'll just get that for now. And then maybe I can trade. Maybe I'll buy it cheap. And lo and behold, on Mercari, these are like super freaking cheap. I don't think it has like any inclusions beyond like the album and the photo book. Like the actual CD. Yeah. That is a tight fit. We'll see. I just don't think there's anything in here. I don't need there to be. About the only thing I would like is like the square postcard. Because that's like the one thing that I don't have for her. But I'll get that eventually. I have the... I think I have a sauna, of all things. I'm kind of surprised I haven't been able to find a trade for that, but I think just the time has passed for trades. And then here's... oh, it's like the same... I forgot, it was like the same group poster. So, not exciting. I thought it might be like a member poster, but I forgot what we even get in this album. So yeah, I have an extra... this is like my third ready-to-be album. I'll probably get rid of the sauna. I don't know. Like, honestly. It's tough because, like, it's not that I don't like sauna, but do I need... I honestly don't need two ready-to-be albums. Do I really need a third, especially when they're both digipacks? That's just not really the kind of collector I am. Okay, what do I want to do next? I think I'll do this smaller thing first. So this is for my wife. This is, I want to say this is the, yeah, the special AR ticket set for Key's concert, Goat in the Keyland. That's actually the concert she was able to go see in Korea when we took our trip in November. It always makes me laugh when I think back on it because we're already kind of planning on going to Korea just for like fun. And hopefully like go to Japan too, which we did end up doing. You just weren't sure when they were going to open. We just kept saying like, oh yeah, we're going to take a trip to Asia in maybe like October, November. And then she got those tickets and it went from like, oh, maybe we'll go in like late October, but probably more like mid-November to no, we absolutely have to go in late October so she can go see this concert. And we like planned that trip in like 3 weeks. It was insane, at least for me. So we've got a few things here. This is his photo card. Very cool. We got an AR ticket. I love AR tickets. That's something I am trying to lay my hands on. It does not want to focus. For Seulgi, there's like 4 or 5 out there. I'm just having a hard time because they're so outdated. I think I managed to get one for their most recent concert, but I've missed like the last few times they've done it. We've got some stickers, including some with his dogs. That's very cute. A little like postcard thing, and the SM ad because it's SM. They're always in an ad. So yeah, so we got some merch, and then I think I'll also do this one first before I get to her. So she bought a Blu-ray for the same concert. This is, I believe, the Japanese. Yeah, there's in Yokohama. We have been, this is one of those things where it's like we're not like collectors, but since like 2020, when everyone else started getting into weird stuff, we have slowly been accumulating a quite nice collection of concert DVDs and Blu-rays. So there's your Blu-ray disc, and then looks like we have a little booklet in here. So she has obviously a few Shiny concerts. I have both of the Red Velvet Japan concerts, Red Room and Red Mare. Unfortunately, there was no La Rouge. It's like one of the saddest things because I've seen clips from the concert and I would love to be able to like have nice high quality versions of those performances. In addition to that, she's got like, I think she has 4 shiny concerts in addition to this right here. If she has more, I'll put it up. If she has less, I'll probably put it up too. But I think it's 4. If I'm right, there won't be any text. But I've got, how many Twice ones do I have? I've got Dream Day. I've got 2 Twice lights. And then maybe this. I think this might be, do I have 2 Twice lights? No. No, I have 2 of this. I have, okay, going back. I have Dream Day, which is a Japanese dome tour. I have Twice lights in Seoul. There, I believe, was no Japanese one because of COVID. And then I have the Korean version of 3, and now I have the Japanese 3. And this was actually like a really hard thing for me to lay my hands on. I usually order stuff like this from like CD Japan, and I don't know, just even months, like they never had pre-orders, and even months later, they just never had it available for purchase. I'm not really sure what was going on, but yeah, just very tough to get a hold of. So I had to actually order that from Tower Records in Japan and have it shipped to the Buyee warehouse, which is fine. Like, they still had, this is like the limited version. I don't know why I get the limited other than they have like really nice packaging compared to the standard ones. You get like this that nice little box, whereas the other one I think is just like this. It's like a little, just like a Blu-ray case. Nothing exciting. So it looks like we get some member postcards. So we have Miss Nayan. We have Jangyan. Momo. Sana. Sana. Chihyo. Mina. Tahyun. Cheon. And Chewy. I thought there might also be a group one. You never know. Sometimes they do stuff like that. But those are gorgeous. Absolutely stunning. Okay, and then we also, I'm guessing this is just like a little photo booky thing. Probably with the set list, yeah. Oh, very pretty. I actually just recently watched the Korean version of this, and I'm very curious to watch this Japanese one, because they, you know, you might say to yourself, why would I buy 2 copies of the same tour? And it's because, like, the Japanese ones, not only are they in places like domes, but they tend to do their Japanese stuff in addition to some of the Korean stuff. Like, what's on here? We've got so we got Japanese versions of stuff, but we got Fanfare, Happy Happy, Breakthrough. Interesting. I thought some of these would have been swapped out more than just like for the Japanese ones, because they do that sometimes. I heard that for the shows in Japan for their Ready to Be tour, that they also didn't really switch them out. So I might not buy the Japanese Blu-ray next time if it's all just the same. There's our DVD plate. Because that's like a little disappointing to hear. I like when the set list is quite a bit different. But I'm sure it's also tough to like prepare, you know, 2 set lists. One that you are only going to perform a few times. Okay, so got, looks like 6 more things. 7 more things. These next few will be pretty quick. So I've talked about it before. I like pins. And so there's like 4 pins in here for me. So we've got this, which is from the most recent Japanese season's greeting for Twice. One of the inclusions. And I don't know if it was random or if you got everyone's. People priced them like they were random, or maybe these were, oh, you know what? These were probably merch or something. I don't know. But there were pins. And I bought a couple. We got Momo, of course, but it also helps that it's a typewriter. And I actually have an old vintage typewriter, so I'm a nerd that way. And then I'm also a nerd in the way that I actually had to get the pin for someone who's not even on my bias list. Although she might be like bias number 4, if truth be told. Sometimes 3. I got Jihyo because it's a floppy disk. And also it's a very pretty like orange color. I think orange is like her color, but it's this like, I don't know, kind of a peachy orange. I just really like that. So yeah, so there we go. Very cute. Obviously these things are pretty big. I don't know if you can tell. I have small hands, but these are pretty big pins. So they're not something I'm likely to ever wear on like my suit jackets or anything. And I don't really put them on like backpacks or anything. But I have a collection, and into that collection it shall go. And then these two go together, so I'll just show it to you. Do I have any of these? No, I don't. So this is something, this will be an ongoing collection. I bought these 2 Red Velvet Summer Magic pins. We have the Irene version and the Sulgi version. And you can tell because they've got their representative fruits. We've got a little pineapple, or we've got a little watermelon, and we've got a pineapple. So everyone has it. At the time, somebody like put all of them up, but I was just like, it was near the end, and I just felt like I couldn't justify buying all of this stuff. I probably should have just bit the bullet, because who knows when I'm going to see some of the others. But I figured I should at least get Sulgi, and probably Irene would be like the next hardest to get. Hopefully I can get the other 3 pins. We'll see. I think there's actually a 6th pin with like all of their fruits, but I'm a little less interested in that. All right, and then this last thing is for my wife. At least it's not like the last thing total, but last of this like size of thing. I believe this is like a grip talk. She didn't really, yeah, it's like a little grip talk. I think she really just wanted the card because she likes the Story of Light look, aesthetics. So she definitely wanted this card. And then let's take a look at this grip talk thing. I don't think she's going to use this. Oh, it's a keychain. I guess maybe she was looking at grip talks, but that's not what this is. So it's some sort of keychainy thing. Interesting. Oh, there's like a speaker on the back. I wonder if this makes sounds. It feels like it's depressible, like it might play a sound or like maybe a music clip. I'm not really sure. I'm gonna put it back in its case. She can do with it what she wants. Let's see, what does it say this thing is? It is a voice key ring. Key, yeah, ring key. Whatever. It's weird English. It does a voice thing. All right, and then last thing on the docket are the big green envelopes. So what are these 2 things that are similar? Well, I can't believe I had to do this, but I really wanted to finish a collection. As I said, that was kind of the goal. And the best way I could find to do it was to buy the card with the album. So I bought some Got the Beat albums. In fact, I bought 2 Got the Beat albums that are exactly the same. I got 2 of the same version because this was the version I needed. I needed the black version. I think it's the Beat version. Whatever. It doesn't matter what version it is. It's the version with the black card. And dear God, if I ended up with albums that I don't need and the card isn't actually in here, I'm going to be furious. Okay, so we've got our Sulgi set. But where's this freaking card? Oh, wait, I think I see it. I think I see it. Yep. Ah, thank God. I thought I was without it for a second. So, there we go. One of Sulgi's Beat cards for Got the Beat. And then we've got all this stuff. You've seen an unboxing. I'm going to take a look at this myself later. I don't need to do that now. All right, and then let's hope This one also has the card. I appreciate the oh, yep, there's the card. I see it right there. Sorry. I appreciate the nice packaging. This is, I mean, maybe I should admit this. I sell on eBay, and I don't think I package stuff this nice. I do my best, but it's definitely a little more elaborate than I often do. This is, look at this. Okay, we had plastic sleeve, bubble wrap, and now another plastic sleeve. Like, this might be a bit overkill. And then the card itself is in a plastic sleeve. But yeah, so there we go. The last Silgy Got the Beat card I needed. My desk has obviously become a giant mess, but there she is. So, last Mercari haul, I got the 2 stamp cards, the red backs. Now I got the 2 black backs. So, that feels good. And hey, as long as we have it, let's take a quick little look through this album. It's probably the only time I'm ever going to look at one of these, so why not? Get rid of the SM ad, who cares? Zoom out just a little bit so we can see. I obviously never did an unboxing of this album, and that is because I didn't buy the album. You know, if they had put the previous song, Step Back, on it, I might have considered it. I was not really crazy about any of the music on this album. Stamp on it, it has its moments. It's just not for me. I think Goddess Level was one of my favorites. And then there's another song. Yeah, Goddess Level, that was really good. I think it's the one after this, so we'll be reminded of what it's called soon. Ooh, very pretty. I don't know. I like so many of the people in this group, but it's just they don't really think they gave them the kind of music that's for me. Was it Alter Ego? Was that the song I liked? Without listening to it again, which I'm unlikely to do, I just don't know. But yeah, a little disappointed, considering, like I said, I pretty much like everyone in this group. In fact, after Super M happened, I would often talk to my wife about, like, what if they did a female version of Super M. And the only thing that was actually different from my lineup and their lineup was, one, I would have loved, like, I did want Boa to be part of it, but I was like, they'd never get Boa to do it. So kind of like half point knocked off for that. I didn't actually think she'd do a group thing. And then I would have put in Ning Ning instead of Winter, just to, like, really, like, nail those vocals. I mean, I guess as a potential Ning Ning collector, I guess I should be happy I don't have to, like, track down Got the Beat cards for her if I ever do start collecting. So I guess that all works out. So, yeah. That's the haul, guys. That's everything we got. It's a lot. It's definitely a lot. My desk, as I said, is just a giant mess. I'm gonna have to spend, like, the next hour just clean, basically the same amount of time it took for me to do this. I'm gonna have to spend, like, organizing and cleaning this up. But that was the unboxing. So I hope you all, like, enjoyed seeing what my wife and I got. It was mostly me, honestly. Like, I think even though she really wanted to do the order because of the key album, not album, DVD, Blu-ray, concert, It looks like I mean, as always, I ended up getting like way more stuff, and that wasn't even my intention. It just sort of, it happens because I have an addiction, guys. I have an addiction, and I can't help it. Anyway, I will probably be posting another video pretty soon. I have another box of stuff coming. And originally I was going to make that part of this, but considering how long I've been filming, I think it's just going to have to be its own thing. So, yeah, probably next time you see me, I'll be opening up even more stuff. So, look forward to that. Anyway, if you did enjoy this video and you are new to the channel, you can always help me out with the usual YouTube things, likes, comments, subscribing to the channel. These are all very helpful, and they also give me a nice little, dose of serotonin, I guess, to see my numbers go up. And please, like, if you have anything to say, leave a comment. I love talking with viewers. I always feel like it's a good conversation. You can also follow my trade sale account on Instagram. It will be down below. You may even see, well, you might see some Got the Beat albums on there. I think there might be something or two other things that I didn't need that are going to end up there. Oh, yeah, like this Kim Lip card. So anyway, I'm rambling. So if you enjoyed the video, I hope you did. Do the YouTube things. Hope to see you in the next one. And until then, so long.